So he kind of let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, on the whole Cody Rock Roman situation. Um Basically you were right about the audible. It was all inaudible. The Rock, the final boss thing.
Just knew it, man.
Yeah. I do I do think Brian was being a little polite about some of the stuff.
Well, of course, it was
Being political, diplomatic.
Diplomatic is the word. There it is.
Because I get the feeling that The Rock was a little more pissed off. But I get the feeling that The Rock turning heel was more of The Rock actually reacting to the fans. Does that make sense?
You think The Rock was reacting to the fans?
Like, he made it seem like The Rock was like all in favor of going heel, which I do think The Rock did want to play heel at some point, but I don't think this was the moment. I think it was The Rock, when he said that The Rock called him, it was like, hey, what do you think about me going heel? Like, I think that was more of like, can you believe this is The Rock on the phone? Can you believe what the fuck is going on right now? You know what? I want to rip into the fans. Fuck it. I'm going heel. That's what I think, really.
I think it was more like, hey, baby, The Rock seen 2 tweets saying The Rock should go against his distant cousin. So I'm in, baby.
The demand is there, baby.
Yeah. I see the dollar signs. Mahalo.
Which, let me make this clear. And I think I'm speaking for both of us. Neither of us were in favor of The Rock versus Roman, right? I definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we weren't like, oh my God, it needs to be The Rock versus Roman or Cody. I was looking at something different. I actually thought that, and I still do to this day, I think Jey Uso should have been the one to finally put his cousin down.
Yeah, 15 matches in a row. Then you finally, I see it. They did it before. Why not?
I think the story was there.
Yeah.
I think the story was there.
Should have been Cody on Seth, man.
Cody on Seth, maybe.
Would have made more sense. They're already
building that a little bit. Yeah. Well, the thing too is now, if you look at the thing about Cody winning, right? Is that now the way they did it, it leaves all these storylines kind of in shambles. All these kind of loose ends out there. Yeah. For instance, Jey Uso is one of them. Right now, Jey Uso is getting the biggest pop, I would say. One of the biggest pops.
And a bunch of dark matches.
Not really. He's doing main events. But King of the Ring and shit like that. He main evented Raw 2 weeks ago.
For a King of the Ring tournament?
It's a main event. It doesn't matter. Point is he was main eventing.
And lost.
Doesn't matter. He was main eventing. What you think he should have beat Gunther?
Yeah, man. That's what.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, you said you should have been the one to take the belt. There it is. You got an opportunity.
Yeah, he should have been past that. He should have been the one to take it from Roman. And I think the story was written for it. I think, again, they were just too bitch to pull the trigger on that. They didn't think it would sell.
Because everybody was too hard on Cody, bro. They're like, all steams ahead to Cody. That's what the fans are doing, bro.
I don't think the fans even think that. Because if you look at it, every time you make a criticism about Cody, what's the first thing they do?
Gotta give him some time.
No. Even before that, the first thing they do is they start criticizing Roman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't understand that. Why are you doing a whataboutism with wrestlers? What is this? I'm criticizing Cody now. It's but what about Roman? What about him? He's not the champion. He's not the top guy. He actually did draw money though. He was a top seller in merch.
Anytime they'll say what, they'll just try to compare whatever Cody's doing to what Roman was doing, and they say it's the same.
But that's why I'm saying it's not about Cody. I think the fans just there was that sect of fans that just wanted anybody but Roman. They wanted Roman's streak to end. They didn't have a reason why. They weren't even bored. They were watching every week. It's just because it was going on for too long.
They wanted to stop the bloodline, man. The bloodline, all the bloodline was about was the title. And holding the title and keeping the title. I made it seem like having the title gives you millions of dollars and treasure.
But I'm talking from the fans' perspective. Why? Why did they want to stop the bloodline story?
Because he was a heel. Everybody wants to stop the heel.
Yeah, but I don't understand the fans' perspective. You're talking about a wrestler's perspective.
No, I'm talking about the fans. The fans' perspective is to make anybody take the title from him because he's a heel.
He's the heel.
Yeah.
I guess that's what fans are supposed to want. Yeah. But I don't know. But what else did you feel on as far as the Brian Gerwitz story?
With the Brian Gerwitz story, first of all, Brian, get some rest, my boy.
Fucking groom yourself. Jesus.
I'm pretty sure he thought he was going to be on a radio show.
With no visual?
Yeah.
He looked like Jim Brewer in Half Baked. But Jim Brewer was trying to look like a drug addict. That's Brian Gerwitz is just that.
He looked like he haven't slept since the Attitude Era.
Since the oh my God, there's he needs sleep.
Yeah,
he needs sleep. I'm worried about him, and I don't even know him.
But he definitely softened a lot of the blows of exactly what happened. The timeline seemed accurate of everything else that happened. The other part that is kind of weird that I believe I texted you too is the fact that there was a random night where Ninsuke attacked Cody.
Ninsuke?
Yeah.
Oh, Shinsuke?
Shinsuke.
Okay.
Nakamura.
Wait, who the fuck is Ninsuke? That's Scripps' new tag team partner? Go ahead.
Yeah, Shinsuke. Shinsuke attacked him one night after Raw, and nothing came about that after that.
Attacked who? I'm sorry?
Cody.
Gotcha.
It's like they scratched that to bring in him intertwining in this bloodline.
Oh, they were trying to keep everything open. They were trying to keep as many options open for Cody as possible. So I think, listen, part of me is glad though that Cody did fuck up the system, right? Because we did get a great storyline out of it.
Yeah.
However, my point is remaining this, that even though they changed the whole thing, they called the audible, they did all that storytelling, at the end of it, it still didn't convince me that Cody was the guy to win. Cody was the guy to dethrone Roman. I still felt like after all that story, the best thing would have been was for either Cody to not go after Roman and actually give it to Jey Uso, or Cody loses again.
Triple H had him so far up his ass.
But then why the fuck did they paint themselves in into that corner of having Cody win the Royal Rumble?
Twice.
No, but the second time. The first time I get it if they just happen to change the outcome of WrestleMania.
Remember, you could choose which title you go for.
Yeah, but if Cody went for the Seth Rollins title, it would have looked like a downgrade. That's how everybody else saw it. However, I think in storyline, look at what Cody does all the time. He steps to the side.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a perfect way to tell that story where Cody would have stepped to the side for Jey Uso because they already built that they were good friends.
Yeah.
And if he made it more about like, this is a family thing, you understand about family, you get the whole deal. Let me take care of this.
Remember he did some executive move and pulled Jey and got him over to Raw?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Then at least that would make some kind of sense where it's like he's Jey wins the Royal Rumble and then, or no, Cody wins the Royal Rumble and then the storyline for Jey is already built in. Cody just steps to the side. I think the fans would have accepted that.
Honestly, it's 2024 and I can't believe we're talking about Cody Rhodes and him having the undisputed title. It's crazy still.
I mean, we already knew it was coming. We knew it was coming from when he made his fucking debut.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's all I would say about the Brian Gerwitz interview.
Yeah.
Is that it basically, I feel like he was being super diplomatic. He was protecting a lot of people, and I get it.
Still got to.
You can't fumble the bag,
right?
You know what I mean? He's still got a job.
There's still a little kayfabe.
Got to still hold kayfabe a little bit. He did mention something that I mentioned too, that the Rock leaving as a heel was kind of a big deal because usually everybody thought he was going to turn babyface to go back to Hollywood.
Yeah,
but The Rock is really into this heel run. I believe that part. I believe The Rock wants that to go on for a long time.
It ain't gonna be that long. He ain't got that much in him. He only had this free time because of the Hollywood debacle, but
no, but he owns stock in TKO. He has a
investment,
vested interest in coming back.
Yeah, because of the because of Hollywood. Hollywood gives him 3 scripts. He's fucking out of there.
Oh, The Rock doesn't need to do a lot anymore.
Yeah,
as far as Hollywood, you're right. He could even cut down. What does he do? 6 fucking movies a year or something like that. Cut down to 3 a year. It'll make your movies more valuable. I'm tired. Too much Rock. That's what I say in Hollywood.
Well, there'll just be too much Rock everywhere if he's on screen and on the big screen.
I'd rather more Rock in wrestling.
Because all it's going to become is promos of Rock's movies on the show.
Well, if The Rock came back and did like a sort of semi-return, which is kind of what he's doing now, but a more, let's say every 2 months he was on, or every 3 months he was doing a program with somebody.
Yeah.
I think Final Boss Rock going against some of these new guys, that could help them out. That could amp them up as far as their promo ability and shit like that. A lot of these guys need it. They need more of sending these guys out and just making them fucking learn the hard way. Feed them to the lions.
And it's kind of hard though for The Rock. Yes, we still have nostalgia of Rock and his promos, but we also have to remember in this new day and age, they expose Rock for having his promos on his wrist and shit. So he's not as witty anymore. It's been broken that he's this witty ass motherfucker on the mic at all times.
Cena did. Yeah. Cena did destroy that.
Yeah.
But notice The Rock hasn't done that ever since. He's never gonna do that again.
But also notice that he does fumble in his promos.
Yeah, here and there.
R-Rock never did.
Yeah, R-Rock was flawless.
The one that threw this belt in the river.
I'll never forget that. And I'll never forgive him for that.